K Black Boxing, coming to you with another video. We all know that Saddam Ali captured the WBO strap from Miguel Cotto last night rather. Um, you know, so it prompted me to say this. The 154 pound division, super lightweight or junior middleweight, whatever you would like to classify the division, it has 4 title holders, man. No disrespect to any of these guys when I say title holders, but in my opinion, you cannot become a champion unless you have all 4 straps. And within, that's when you'll become, and only then, that's when you'll become not only undisputed, unified, universally known as the champion in that division or the lineal champion. That's just my opinion. That's how. So my thing is this: we got Jared Hurd, Israel Andy Lara, and Jamel Charlo, and Saddam Ali as well. All these guys hold titles, and I want to see 154. Unified and eventually undisputed, man. That's what I would like to see. I don't know. Like I said, I know these 3 fighters on the screen is with PBC, and I know that Saddam Ali is with Golden Boy, so I don't know how that would work out, but be that as it may, we can't have promoters stopping fights. We can't use that as an excuse anymore, because if 2 fighters really want to fight each other, they can get it done. They truly can get it done, man. Saddam Ali is a young fighter. He took the opportunity yesterday, and he capitalized on it. Hurd and Charlo is a young fighter. Lara isn't that young, but he's still slick. He's still his boxing skills is still up to par, man. So my whole thing is, I want to see undisputed, man. This division is too stacked and too talented to have 4 title holders, man. I'm just being totally honest. So what I like to see in 2018 is these guys get in the ring with one another and fight each other, man. I would like to see that. No matter what. Since Saddam Ali still has the title at this moment, man, I mean, he got to mix it up with these guys as well. I don't care how it goes. I don't care if it's Lara versus Ali, Charlo versus Hurd, or Hurd versus Lara, or Charlo versus Saddam Ali. Regardless of the combination, I just want to see it. And the individuals that I always talking about, mandatories. My opinion with mandatories, man, since it's the top 10 in each sanctioning body, WBO, IBF, WBC, and WBA. How about this, man? How about the top 10 in each division? They all fight one another. They could come in like some type of tournament play and fight one another, man. The top 10 in the WBA fight each other. The top 10 in WBC, IBF, and the WBO, they all fight each other, right? The losers, they step back. The winners, from each sanctioning body, going to a tournament. It'd be basically the top 5 for each division, or each sanctioning body, rather. And that'd be 20 fighters right there. They all, the top 5 from each sanctioning body, they get into the ring with one another, they all fight each other. Basically, loser go home, winner advance to the top 10. And then there you go. You will have a top 10, a real top 10, because all those guys has fought each other. Got their name out there, big their name up, and they got into a tournament, and now they all rank and file. That's a true top 10. So instead of having 40 across the sanctioned bodies, 10 in each weight class, instead of having just 40 fighters waiting in limbo, you only have 10. And while those guys are fighting each other to big up their status and to fight for their rightful spot for a title, these guys like Hurd, Jamel Charlo, Saddam Ali, and Lara could be unified and become undisputed. So by the time they become because they're gonna take some time. So by the time they become undisputed, their top 10 will be waiting for them. And then guess what they can do? They can knock them all down. That's how a true champion do it, man. You don't have to become undisputed and move up. You know, you can just knock them down. But if you choose to do so, then hey, it is what it is. But regardless of what, even if the undisputed fighter become undisputed, then drop out of titles, then it'll be the same thing. You know, it'll be a couple guys fighting for titles, and then they all have to fight one another, become undisputed, and repeat itself. It is what it is. You know, but get these guys. And my whole thing is this: you got to get these guys, the guys that do want to become undisputed, give these guys an opportunity to become undisputed. And not only that, once they become undisputed, give them an opportunity to fight. You know, automatically try to strip them, man. You know, because at the end of the day, we know it's hard to get all 4 titles anyway. But even if that does happen, like okay, you get all 4 titles, and one of them will automatically strip you because you're not trying to go to that mandatory immediately. It is what it is, man. At least we know you're the man at a division. We know that you was the undisputed, like Terrence Crawford, right? We know that even though he dropped the IBF strap real fast, we know he was the man. At the end of the day, even if he would have dropped 3 of the damn titles, if he stayed at 140 and he only kept 1 and dropped the other 3, we still would have known he was the man in the division because at the end of the day, he was the only one that became undisputed. So that's my thing. That's my take on it, man. And 154 is not the only title. It's not the only division that had 4 title holders, man. 175 division has as well, and many other divisions, man. If I break it down, it'll be a lot of. You'll be surprised how many division had 4 title holders. Because, like I said, it's only about 3 unified title holders, and that's Joshua, Golovkin, and Keith Thurman. Shit, there's nobody else. Even if it is, comment in the comment section, man. But that's only 3 I can name off top right now. So that's my take on it, man. While the guys at the top with the titles trying to become unified and undisputed, the guys that's in the top 10 in each sanctioning body, man, should be fighting one another. Just fight all each other, get into a tournament, and the winner, since it's 40, right? 40 will drop down to 40 fighters to fight each other. It drop down to 20, and 20 will drop down to 10, and that'll be your top 10 right there. And they all will get a shot at the undisputed guy. And the undisputed guy, as long as he stay undisputed, it should be mandated that he should fight all 10 of those guys, knock them all out, man. I ain't gonna say knock them out, but what I mean is get in there and fight those guys. That'd be good with me. That's how I would like it, man. It's K Black Boxing signing off. Like, comment, subscribe.